Abraham, father of all believers, bowed down to him, paid him tithes, received his blessing. Who has authority over Abraham? Only someone greater than the patriarchs, greater than the prophets. Melchizedek, king of Salem, priest of the Most High God. He appears in Genesis 14 with no genealogy, no parents, no beginning of days. The Bible deliberately hides his origins. Why? Because Melchizedek wasn't human, or if he was, he transcended humanity in ways we can barely comprehend. In the Bible, some characters are so mysterious that the more you read about them, the more questions arise. Melchizedek is exactly such a figure. He appears in only a few verses, but these verses have puzzled theologians for millennia. Who is this man? Where did he come from? Where did he go? And most importantly, is he still here? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel because deep content like this is very rare on YouTube. If you're ready, let's begin tracking the Bible's most mysterious character. The story begins in Genesis 14. Abraham is returning from war after rescuing his nephew Lot. He has defeated 4 kings, rescued the captive people, drunk on victory, tired but triumphant. Right at that moment, a completely unexpected encounter occurs. Genesis 14:18-20. Then Melchizedek, king of Salem, brought out bread and wine. He was priest of God Most High, and he blessed Abram, saying, "Blessed be Abram by God Most High, creator of heaven and earth, and praise be to God Most High, who delivered your enemies into your hand." Then Abram gave him 1/10 of everything. In these 3 verses, there is so much mystery that theologians have been trying to solve them for centuries. First, who is this man? King of Salem. Salem, the city that would later become Jerusalem. But in Abraham's time, there are no Israelites yet. No Jews. Moses hasn't come, the 10 Commandments haven't been given. So how is this Melchizedek, priest of God Most High? Second mystery. Abraham bows to him and gives him tithes. Abraham, the man chosen by God himself, but he acknowledges that the person before him has higher authority. Third mystery. Bread and wine. These 2 symbols are the same elements Jesus would use at the Last Supper 2,000 years later. Coincidence? The most striking statements about Melchizedek come in the New Testament in Hebrews chapter 7. And here things get really mysterious. Hebrews 7:3. Without father or mother, without genealogy, without beginning of days or end of life, resembling the Son of God, he remains a priest forever. Wait a minute. Without father or mother? What does this mean? Every human has parents. This statement is either metaphorical or Melchizedek isn't human. Without beginning of days, was he not born? Without end of life, did he not die? Remains a priest forever. Is he still alive? The Hebrew name Melchizedek itself is mysterious. Melech equals king, Tzedek equals justice, righteousness, so king of righteousness. And the city he ruled, Salem, comes from Shalom, meaning peace. King of righteousness, ruler of the city of peace. These descriptions aren't random, these are divine attributes. In Jewish mystical texts, there are many stories about Melchizedek that aren't in the Bible, and these stories get even stranger. According to the Talmud, Melchizedek is actually Shem, Noah's son, one of those who survived the flood, and he lived so long that he reached Abraham's time. But even this explanation leaves questions. If Melchizedek is Shem, why doesn't the Bible say so explicitly? Why is his identity kept secret? Another Jewish tradition says Melchizedek has a special role in heaven, that he runs the heavenly school, welcoming and educating righteous souls. In more mystical sources, especially Kabbalistic texts, Melchizedek rises almost to angel level. Some even identify him with Metatron, the highest angel standing before God's throne. Early Christian church fathers engaged in intense debates about who Melchizedek was, and the theories that emerged are surprising. Theory 1. Melchizedek was an angel. Some early church fathers thought Melchizedek was an angel. His lack of human origins, his sudden appearance and disappearance, his superiority to Abraham, these are angelic qualities. Theory 2. Melchizedek was a pre-incarnation of Jesus. This theory is more radical. Melchizedek was actually an appearance of Jesus before coming to earth. The Son of God appeared temporarily in human form to test and prepare Abraham. Evidence: the phrase, resembling the Son of God in Hebrews 7:3. The bread and wine, symbolism, his eternal priesthood. Theory 3. Melchizedek was a separate divine being. The most controversial theory: Melchizedek was neither angel nor human, but an entirely different category, God's special creation, an eternal mediator appointed for humanity. Of course, Orthodox Christianity eventually rejected these theories, but the debate never ended. The Dead Sea Scrolls discovered in 1947 revealed shocking new information about Melchizedek. Especially the text coded as 11Q13 shows Melchizedek in a completely different light. In this text, Melchizedek is a heavenly warrior, commands angels, judges evil, proclaims liberty to captives, executes divine vengeance. The text says, "This is the year of Melchizedek. He will take vengeance from the angels of Belial and all the spirits under his control." This isn't the gentle priest from Genesis. This is Melchizedek as cosmic judge, punishing sins, destroying evil. The text continues, "Melchizedek will judge in the heights among the holy angels of God." This description almost resembles Jesus' role at the second coming. Coincidence? Or was Melchizedek truly a preview of the coming Messiah? One of the main themes of the book of Hebrews is that Jesus' priesthood is superior to the Levitical priesthood. And Melchizedek is at the center of this argument. In Jewish tradition, priests come from Aaron's lineage, the tribe of Levi. This genealogy is sacred, unchangeable. But Jesus is from the tribe of Judah, not Levitical. Therefore, according to traditional rules, he cannot be a priest. The book of Hebrews finds the solution in Melchizedek. Jesus is a priest in the order of Melchizedek, not in Aaron's order. Hebrews 7:11-12. If perfection could have been attained through the Levitical priesthood, why was there still need for another priest to come, one in the order of Melchizedek, not in the order of Aaron? And here's the critical point. Melchizedek's priesthood existed even before Abraham, before the law, before the temple. This is a divine order, above human rules. Hebrews 7:16-17. One who has become a priest, not on the basis of a regulation as to his ancestry, but on the basis of the power of an indestructible life. For it is declared, "You are a priest forever in the order of Melchizedek." Forever, the same phrase again. Melchizedek's priesthood never ends. Contemporary theologians still disagree about Melchizedek. There are several main views. View 1. He was a historical king-priest. The most conservative interpretation, Melchizedek was a real historical figure, a Canaanite king-priest. The Bible deliberately makes him mysterious because what matters isn't his personality, but his symbolic role. View 2. He was a Christological figure, a character who foreshadowed Jesus, pointing to the Messiah's coming, just like other typical characters in the Old Testament. View 3. He was an angel or divine messenger, a being that doesn't quite fit the human category, specially created, neither fully angel nor fully human. View 4. He's still alive. The most mystical interpretation, Melchizedek is truly immortal. He appears at different moments in history. Perhaps he's among us right now. An interesting point. There are surprising similarities between Melchizedek and Khidr in Islamic tradition. Both are immortal or extraordinarily long-lived, possess secret knowledge, appear at critical moments, guide other prophets, have unclear origin stories. Is this the presence of similar archetypes in different religions, or different versions of the same real figure? Comparative religion studies show that the immortal sage motif exists in many cultures, but Melchizedek's characteristics are very specific. What Salem is remains controversial. Most scholars agree it's early Jerusalem, but some think differently. Psalm 76, verse 2. His tent is in Salem, his dwelling place in Zion. This seems to confirm Salem is Jerusalem. But here's the interesting point. In Abraham's time, the Jebusites lived there, a pagan people. So how was Melchizedek serving as priest of God Most High among them? Perhaps Melchizedek represented an older tradition, the last representative of monotheism from Noah's time, pre-flood. Or perhaps Salem wasn't a physical city, a spiritual kingdom, and Melchizedek was its eternal king. Ultimately, perhaps our ignorance about Melchizedek is intentional. The Bible says little about him because he's not the point. Melchizedek's importance isn't in his identity, but in his role. To show there was someone above Abraham, to prove there's an order older than Levitical priesthood. To point to Jesus' unique priesthood, to show God works beyond human systems. As Hebrews 7:3 says, Melchizedek is resembling the Son of God. Resembling, not exactly the same, but pointing to. Perhaps Melchizedek's mystery teaches us an important lesson. There are elements in God's plan we don't understand. And that's normal. Melchizedek, the Bible's most mysterious figure, a man who appears in 3 verses and causes endless theological debates throughout history. Who is he? A king? A priest? An angel? A shadow of Jesus, or perhaps all of these? The truth is, we don't know exactly, and perhaps we're not supposed to. Because Melchizedek's mystery reminds us, God's ways are higher than our ways. Abraham bowed, gave tithes, was blessed, didn't ask questions, accepted the mystery. Perhaps we should do the same. Thank you for watching this video. Share your thoughts about Melchizedek in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Because sometimes, mystery is more powerful than answers.